Hi. We Indians derived the language called as English from British. We are not the native speakers. Got it? And that's why everywhere the people are having wrong idea about many things. To err is human. I understood that point. Even I could do that. I'm not so perfect. But this is really very important. The title, whatever they are saying, I was not able to apply for the PAN card because there were titles. While I was applying the PAN card, I was not married. So my father's name was there as a surname. And then, because the initial was expanded and it is mandatory to give the expansion, not just the initial allowed. So I gave my father's name. The full name was there. And after marriage, I opened the account. The PAN number is there. At first, I opened the account. Then my husband also joined in that. It became joint account later. For your information, I am the primary account holder. But it doesn't mean that no one can access it. The other account holder is also having the same access. And for your information, I started the account, so it's under my name at first. So I gave the PAN card, everything for that. And the last name, obviously, what, it's going to match the Aadhaar. It's going to match the voter ID. As of my knowledge, I gave the voter ID. And that time, that voter ID was related to Tamil Nadu. But they are not going to consider that. Because here I have to open the account. So I got, when I was having the job, that one was having my workplace address. Got it? So they were allowing to open the account using that one. But after quitting the job, it's not the case. So you must make a note of it. So I have waited. I got married, then I have opened the account. And of course, the only thing what I could give as an identity proof was PAN card. Got it? Because I was the one opening the account. And I had to give the address, whatever is there. As it's not there, it's not related to address proof. The legal point should be noted. I got married, I have opened the account, bank account under my name. And then my already one account was there. And that is different. That is related to insurance policy. I need to transfer the amount from that to my account. They can't simply do it to someone else's name. Make your note one by one. The legal point should be there. At first, I wanted to transfer the amount. I just wanted to take it. Because I was married, but I quit the job, so I don't want to continue the whatever policy was there. I just don't want to keep it over there. that is related to Chennai. Yeah. Chennai branch. Got it. I'll let you know about everything. The point should be noted thoroughly. I don't want to repeat it. This is the point to many. You must understand why the person is not changing the surname. The PAN card was having my surname, that is my father's name. When I was not married, the surname was given. That is my father's name. And I couldn't change it because it's there while opening the account in my name, I have to give the ID proof. So at first I have to give the PAN card, that is the ID proof. So the name is there, that is my father's name. And then address proof. I just got married. How could I give the address proof? So by using the marriage certificate. I am related to the person, my spouse, and that's how I'm related to his family, and from there I'm coming. So I'm providing all the credentials related to my husband. What is the connection of the marriage certificate? That is the only connection. Otherwise, how could I get the address proof? I'm the part of another family. Right? How I am getting connected? Because I got married. So, what is the proof? The marriage certificate. So, by proving that he is my spouse, I'm giving the credentials, all the things related to the address. That is the address proof. And I have opened the account. And my husband joined in that account later. Because we were applying for the, we were having the idea of applying the loan. So that's how he was also joined in that account. Later means within few months as of my knowledge. Now, how could you put a Mrs. now? Just got married. Why do you want to have this system? Why? No, I could understand that we are not the native speakers, of course. We are not. But the title is very important, no? It's going to convey the wrong message. If you put Mrs. Kirutika J, it is going to convey the wrong message. Of course, I am the part 50% of my father and 50% of my mother. But it's, in general, officially it's wrong, right? We have one more title in English, derived from the language English, MS. When you say that, when you particularly mention this particular title MS, it's not going to talk about any marital status of the women. Yeah, just like Mr. That's what I told. Morning I messaged to my husband, then I checked with the Google again in order to convey the message to you. I told him that it's too tough for me because whenever I give my name for bill, it's there in the PAN card, the surname is there. That's my father's name. When it was applied before my marriage. So do you want me to change all the things? then how are you going to accept the certificates? How do I prove that this is from this? And this is the confusion in Tamil Nadu. Mostly it is happening in South India. In Tamil Nadu, I could say that. Because when you talk about Kerala, in Karnataka, in Andhra Pradesh, they have the house name. Mostly they have the house name or the community name. But in Tamil Nadu, it's not like that. But even my grandfather, he was also using the community name only. Pillai. My grandfather's, his brothers, not just one, his brothers, all of them having the surname as Pillai. And you must understand one thing, that the next generation somehow they stopped putting the surname. It's not just happening in our family. Everywhere it happened. At first they kept the names of big leaders and also the kings for the transport related stuff. The buses are having the names like Pallavan, Thiruvalluvar, Solan, and also Thandai Periyar. And also all the streets also having the community name or surname everywhere. So you must understand one thing, they removed it. All the names related to caste, even the district, our district. When I talk about my childhood, our district was named under Ramasamy, Mr. Ramasamy Padayach. VRDP. I think VRPD. This is how they write it in many postcards, inland letters and all. Whenever we receive or whenever we send, we mention this VRPD. That means Virupuram Ramasamy Padayachya district. I am not interested to mention anything as such. That was the thing already there. That's how everywhere in the streets are having the community name. The place, the house where my father is there right now, that street, the whole area is almost 3 to 4 streets under one particular street name, called as Muthu Krishna Mudali Theru. Muthu Krishna Mudali Street. That Mudali is there, that is the community name. So it's not our interest. It was ruled by someone, it was removed by someone, it was stated by someone. Who are we in the middle? We are citizens. That's it. So we have to do something. I don't know, but no one forced someone to remove the surname because it is having the community name. But most of the families dropped the idea of the surname that is related to the house, right? Community or house. Even in North India or in many states, even in South, having the community name as surname. Now this is all happening because of that. I just want to give an example. Just a celebrity Sonam Ahuja Kapoor. Kapoor is the title of her paternal side, and Ahuja is her spouse side. Got it? It's not having the first name, last name of the family. Now there is no confusion at all. She is from Kapoor's family, got married into Ahuja's family. No confusion. But here, they could have kept the same Pillai, and also they could have kept the same Gounder in my spouse family. So there is no big deal. I can keep my name as Kritika Gounder Pillai. There is no other choice. This is how it has to be written. So when they are mentioning Sonam Ahuja Kapoor, that is, Ahuja is related to her spouse family. Kapoor is related to her paternal family. Got it? So the confusion is not related to me. The confusion is related to the system that is prevailing in Tamil Nadu, and it is giving lot of troubles. And why should I have to mention my father name? If he is interested to keep his last name, I would have mentioned it as Kritika Pillai. Got it? No, Kritika Gounder Pillai. I have to mention it as such. Because Janathanan is the son of Armugam Pillai. Armugam Pillai is the son of Ponnusami Pillai. So why should I have to face all these things? How could you get the title and stating that the system is accepting, not accepting? Everywhere it is happening. It's so it's really wrong. The beautiful title is there, MS. That's not good. That's of course equivalent to Mr. Mistress. It's not related to that sort of mistress. I just wanted to show the right, even why should I have to talk about this? Because everywhere the billing is having the issue. Mrs. Kritika J. That's wrong. That's totally wrong. Of course, I am the part of Mr. Janathanan. 50% of Mr. Janathanan, 50% of Mrs. Shanti Janathanan. My mother was not having the PAN card. She was not facing any issue. But here, I'm having it. So I'm facing it. Can you get the point? We have to go back to 17th century, and it was popularized in the 20th century. You just Google it. I don't have to. I know what is the meaning of MS. Miss. They say it's not a MISS, miss. It's miss. It's mess. It's between mess and miss. Alright then, I want to talk about this particular message because you changed the system. Why do you want to have something and giving a lot of troubles to the citizens? Why do we have to suffer? It's your system, right? If you are putting the rule, because it's mandatory to provide the full name while applying the PAN card. And all the certificates are having the initial. It's so irritating. What should I have to do now? Certificates are having initials. Initial. And the PAN card is having the expansion of the initial. And then I was applying for the Aadhaar card. And then what do you want me to mention? Why don't you use the title? It's a beautiful title. I was not able to apply for the PAN card, the physical PAN card. I have the PAN card. I fought with RTI to get the right information. But still, half of the information was correct, the rest was not right, and appealed second time. Then there was no message at all. They were stating that they closed it, something like that. They closed it because of one reason, stating that I was trying to apply the physical card when I was in Kerala. And that time I was not able to provide the documents. It was not progressed after providing the basic information. It's not that I was not able to. It was not progressed into next stage, into next level, because I have to submit the documents, but it is not giving me the option to choose the right title. It's there in Indian terms, Srimati, Sri, Kumari, like that. Why should I have to have this sort of thing? If you really want to be truly an Indian, forget English. Or if you really want to use this particular language, then use it properly, no? Why are you giving the option to choose Kumari, Srimati, Sri, etc. in PAN card? Why do you really want to put this sort of thing? It's quite official, right? It's so Indianized. The titles are not Western, but we are using the language that is Western. Don't you think so? Even the card is going to have the name that is using the English language. Now why do you want to add the title as Sri, Srimati, Kumari? How do I choose that? I can't choose Srimati because I was applying the card that time I was not married. So my father name is there. How could I choose Srimati? So I dropped the idea of applying for the physical PAN card. PAN card is there. It's there in the system, no? In the records. So what do you want me to do now? How do you want me to change that? So do you want me to change the last name? What if it's not my case, but what if someone is interested to divorce? Or it's all based on the circumstances, right? So that time, if at all, if they are not able to keep the title, what do they do if they change everything in all the records, the last name? Then again, if the marriage is not working out as the way we expected, what do we do? Do we have to change everything again? Why do we have to have this patriarchy mindset? What sort of nonsense is this? See, it's going to be a big problem for the children. I mean, if I have children, then you know what, it has to be mentioned as such. And then it's going to have the problem. Yeah, it is the famous case in many places, even in England. It's there. It's under Queen's family. It's not about patriarchy or something like that. I'm the person born just like you. And I'm carrying my father's name because he is a part of me. 50% of my father, 50% of my mother. And it's obviously I'm the part of him. I'm having the part. An integral part. My whole body is an integral part of both. Right? Scientifically, my parents both sharing the part equally. So obviously the title is correct, but whatever you are putting, see, if you say Kritika Janathan, there is nothing wrong in that. Kritika means part of Janathan, part of Shanti. But when you add this Mrs., it's going to be very clumsy, awkward. It's literally changing the whole idea. It's wrong. 100% wrong. They do have the beautiful title as MS. If you really want to be, Indianized, then use the language Hindi, Rashtra Bhasha. Why do you want to keep Shri, Srimati, Kumari in the official system? You forget the language then. Why do you want to confuse people? Why do you want to give a lot of languages? It's getting into another mode, education. If you want to keep the mother tongue everywhere, keep it. But don't let anyone to study all the subjects in mother tongue. Because in the race, not everyone is going to have the same education. Why do you want to have so many boards? And why do you want to have so many systems? But while getting into job, why are you preferring only this, that and all? Why do you want to have this sort of educational system? Keep the mother tongue wherever it is possible, but only one subject. It is mandatory. Keep it over there. And change all the languages into one language so that when they are getting into the job rat race, all the rats will be having the same qualification. Almost the same ideas of one particular language. Why the rural, urban, semi-urban having a lot of difference? Because of your educational system. Keep the mother tongue related subject everywhere, but it should be just one subject for all the grades. And get into English when you teach other subjects. Nothing wrong in that. Otherwise you change everything into mother tongue. Koreans are having it, Japanese are having it, Germans are having it, Chinese, so many Spanish, everyone is French, studying in the same language. When you check with the Korean computer, the keyboard, or a Chinese or Japanese or even German, they are all going to contain their language. We are the only people using English. It's not our choice, it is having no choice, no other choice. If you really want to be an Indian, want to Indianize everything, you forget the whole thing, even the dressing, everything. Get into the same ethnic mode. Now our Indian wear became ethnic wear, and the Western wear became casual and formal. And the language, when you are providing the education, you are choosing languages according to the places and putting so many boards, and while getting into the job in that particular race, how could you expect the same? Aptitude, attitude, everything will be there. But how could you expect when you are having so many differences while teaching? You have all the wrong system and you are expecting the people to be right. How on earth it is possible? Why don't you use, you want language, the vocab that has to be best when you are choosing for JEE, for IIT, for MIT, for even NEET. You just check with the vocab. So you are having all the wrong ideas because you are forcing the people to follow those things. And then you are putting the blame on the same people. So who is doing it here? Am I doing it or are you doing it? Who is the one? MS is the title. It's a beautiful title for the woman in general. For the women, they don't have to mention about married or unmarried. You just find out the answers for everything. Why should I have to bother about this nonsense? But it's quite clumsy, right? Why should I have to carry the title as Mrs. when the last name is having my father's name? It's totally irritating. It's too wrong, clumsy. I just want to tear it off the next moment after receiving the receipt or anything. It's too clumsy. You can't deny the fact that it's like the CPU, it's like the computer having the parts 50% of my father, 50% of my mother. So I am the part of my, integral part of my father and my mother. So there is nothing wrong to be called as Kirutika Janatana. Got it? But Kanyadan to ho gaya. As per the Hindu marriage, it is called as Kanyadan. So the whole thing is getting transferred to someone else. The rights, the Dan means gift. Totally it is gifted to someone. So it's as per Hindu's law. It is quite right to mention the surname according to the spouse name. But what about the certificates and what do we do with the PAN cards, all the credentials? And what is the guarantee of the marriage that's going to be there till I die? What is the guarantee? Not just about me, both sides. But the person, the male is not going to suffer. He is not going to change anything. I have to bear everything. Just imagine, I'm going to change all the names. The last name. I mean, all the certificates should be changed according to the spouse name. Then what will happen? If the marriage is not working out, what will happen? If the person who is getting married again, what will happen? Again they have to change everything. So what is the solution? It's better to carry only the family name of the woman's paternal family name. There is no need of adding any other name. Why do you want to eat? The male is not bothering about any title. Why do we have to mention as Timothy, Mrs.? Is he going to add my name as his surname? Alright, once upon a time the person was taking care of the woman, and the woman is going to be there enslaved till her last breath. It's not simply, he is providing the food and shelter. She is going to be there doing all the work, taking care of his parents, his family, and her children. It's a big deal. Now, after the education, after receiving the education and the job? Why should I have to come out of my house? Why should I get into someone else's house? Why don't you prefer to choose someone? I just want you to get into my house, be with me. If someone is saying that, no one is going to accept that, right? Just like you, I was born just like you. I was going to school just like you. I was doing things just like you. Even my family, in our family, there were so many members. So many members. And you must understand one thing, that there were so many aunts and grandmothers. And what do? They were helping out. They were doing so many things. I did not even wash the coffee tumbler. I was just going for the school and doing my things just like you. And all of a sudden, if I have to do everything, it was not only the responsibility, it's really, forced on someone, by someone. I'll get back to you again with some other message, but this is all about the system. It's nothing to do with me, but if you really want to be an Indian, if you really want to use the language that is Sanskrit as well as that is related to Hindi, Sri, Kumari, Sri, Srimati, related to Sanskrit, related to Hindi. But this is South India. Of course, Sanskrit is there everywhere. Why should I have to? Why do you confuse yourself with two languages? Why are you making the citizens to go through those things? Either you be an Indian truly 100%, or forget about the Indian system of doing things. We want to use the Western toilet but with the water. And everyone is going to solve the seater. It's so clumsy, awkward, everywhere it is happening. It's not just it's about the hygiene. It's not a joke. Why do I have to mention it? It's about the hygiene. And you must understand one thing, that without the rule, no one is going to follow anything. It has to be forced. But if the system is wrong, everything will become wrong. And don't expect the people to be right when the system is totally wrong. I don't want to have this title as Mrs. MRS, Mrs. Kirutika J. It's totally wrong. The bank is not changing the title. It's simply saying that you are married. Of course I'm married. So what? What's wrong in that? Married, of course. So what? You're calling someone as Mr. He's also married. So what? Okay, stop this thing. Please try to change yourself. And I just want to tear this off. Now, whenever I get the bill with the title as Mrs., I'm so shocked. It's really tough to follow the customs, traditions, because it is on the whole mentioned only for the women. It's not about something related to feminism. It's not just related to male chauvinism. It's about the century where we are living in. We must have this right idea about what we do. And if you truly want to be an Indian, you must use the language, the mother tongue, everywhere. Forget the idea about English. Why do you want to use the foreign language using the same whatever they taught? You know what? The dressing sense is totally wrong. You see the sculptures, of course it's quite old, but the women in particular, they are wearing something according to the climate. In the tropical climate, you are expecting the woman to cover everything from top to bottom. How on earth it is possible? How could you even imagine that? When you are entering into the temple where every sculpture is, wearing, I just don't want to mention about those things. It's getting into another mode. But just imagine where the sculptures are having very little. When you talk about the clothing, nothing is there. And you are asking the women to cover top to bottom. When you are entering into the temple, you are expecting the women to follow the dress code. How it is going to be applied? How could you expect that in the tropical, hot, humid climate? It's really, it's 21st century, but still the thoughts are clinging on, and still it is adhering to the principles created by some stupids. So they came to India, British, but they chose the places, all the places. Just imagine. The British was staying in all the hilly places, as well as wherever the cool climate was there. That's where their habitat. When you talk about their habitat, it was all related to hilly region. Altitude is very high, having the cold weather just like their country. And they were able to cover, they were wearing the clothing according to their tradition. They were forcing us to cover ourselves too. But, they simply covered only the top with that sort of blouse, western blouse. At first it was not there. It's so silly. Like the system was changed in the middle when they were ruling. And you are carrying their ideas, the whole thing related to their culture, the dressing, the food, the way of eating, that is called as table manners. Everything all became westernized. Even I'm wearing the same, the western clothing. I'm here to tell you that I'm not against the western culture or Indian culture. But you are confusing, you are the system, you are confusing us. You are having the education system that is having lot of differences. But in the job race, all are standing equally. And how do you expect the rural, semi-urban to compete with the urban? Because the urban is having more exposure. And now the system has been changed. Everyone is able to access anything. But still, you have to rectify the mistakes. There are so many things need the revision. It is really, it has to be revised. Need a paradigm shift. Everyone should learn their language, that is the mother tongue. And all other subjects should be taught in English, because it's like we are having many languages, and anyone can go anywhere, can pursue the education or profession as the way we want. So we need the common language. So either it should be Hindi because it is widely spoken, or we have to adapt only the language, that is the residue of the invaders. Even Hindi is also like that only. It's almost having 50% Urdu words. Korean is using Korean, Japanese using Japanese. They don't shy. They really don't have any shame in that. They don't shy away, and you must understand that it's not related to the language, but it's about what you are studying, how you are understanding, how you are processing it. That is more important, right? So when one person is understanding everything according to the language, and then when you are expecting the person to excel in something else, that's not possible. You can't blame the person. That's not the fault of that person. That's the fault of the system. You are giving the idea to the rural area, to semi-urban, having the system as mother tongue based education. And then when they are getting into the job race, they are standing equally, where the urban people are following many systems, many languages, many ideas, and they have to run at once and they have to compete each other. That's totally wrong. Have one system equally so that everyone is going to have the equal share, going to receive the equal, whatever the education is there, the knowledge will be there according to the medium. Don't blame anyone, just don't get into something. Why are you having very complicated systems and why are you blaming people? And why do they have to face the very awkward situation? Why should I have to face this? You ask them to keep the full surname. Why did you allow them to put initial? I don't know. Because my grandfather, my great grandfather, and his siblings, all of them were using the surname as Pillai. Now it is the confusion. It will be like Kritika Counter Pillai. If you mention Mrs. Kritika Pillai also, it's not going to have the very negative meaning. But it's just going to have the paternal family name. I don't have to face any scenario or anything. I get so clumsy, it's so awkward, disgusting. Why are you having this system? If you're saying that my system is having like that, please revise it. Nowadays it's very possible, whenever the program is happening, it's having all the facilities. It's quite possible to alter something, to modify something. You must understand one thing. The database, the programming is like this. You have the front end, that is one language. The back end is in another language. Front end is used to write the program. Back end is used to store the data. Got it? It's like you are writing it where it is getting stored. That is the back end. Only one database will be there. According to the strength of the, according to the size of the business, the database will differ. But it is very easy to maintain the database. You don't have to have the confusion.